Let's talk about a really difficult situation. When the internet gets shut down, like what's happened in Iran, it can feel like you're completely cut off. But what if your phone could still talk to other phones nearby with zero internet? Today, we're going to look at a piece of tech that creates a lifeline when all the others are gone.
So, picture this. You wake up, you grab your phone, and nothing. The internet is totally down. No messages are coming through, you can't get any news, and there's no way to check on your friends or family. It's an incredibly frustrating, isolating feeling that, sadly, a lot of people are dealing with right now.
But here's the good news. Just because the internet is gone, it doesn't mean communication has to stop. Not at all. Your phone has other tricks up its sleeve, other ways to talk directly to the people around you completely offline. Okay, so let's get into how this actually works. We're about to explore a type of technology that doesn't need cell towers. It doesn't need Wi-Fi routers. Instead, it creates a brand new network using only the phones themselves.
This technology is called a mesh network. Now, the easiest way to think about it is like a digital chain. Your phone connects directly to your friend's phone using Bluetooth. Then their phone connects to the next person's, and so on and so on. And the best part? This uses a surprisingly small amount of battery.
And the specific tool that makes all this happen is an app called Bitchat. It's totally free, it's really simple to use, and it's built for one single purpose: to create one of these private, offline networks so you and your community can keep talking.
All right, so you're probably thinking, how do I get my hands on this? Let's walk through the practical, step-by-step process of finding the app, getting it on your phone, and setting it up, especially when you can't just pop open the App Store.
So getting the app is the first little challenge. For Android users, it's actually pretty easy. All you need is the installer file, which is called an APK. You can get this file from a friend, and they can share it directly from their phone to yours. You could also check with local computer shops. Now for iPhone users, this is tougher. Without the App Store, getting new apps is much more difficult.
Okay, once you have that file, setup is a breeze. First, you just open it to install the app. Simple. Second, the app is going to ask for a few permissions, particularly for location. Now, this is absolutely critical. You have to allow it so it can find other phones nearby. And third, you'll want to go into your settings and disable battery optimization for Bitchat. This just makes sure your phone doesn't put the app to sleep.
All right, let's put it to the test right now. I've got two phones here. I'm turning off all the Wi-Fi, all the mobile data on both of them. They are now 100% offline. And check this out. The second I open the Bitchat app on both phones, boom, they find each other almost instantly. A little notification pops up. A new person just joined the network. That's it. They're connected. It's that easy.
So, how in the world does that actually work? It feels a bit like magic, right? Let's break down how this simple connection between two phones can grow into a powerful network for a whole community.
The direct point-to-point connection between any two phones using this kind of Bluetooth is roughly between 10 and 50 meters. Of course, that can change. If there are thick walls in the way, the range might be a little less, but that's your basic starting distance. Now, I know what you're thinking. 10 to 50 meters, that doesn't sound very far, right? So, what happens if your friends are, across the street, or maybe a few buildings down the road? This is the secret sauce. This is the real power of a mesh network. Your message doesn't just go from your phone to one other phone. Instead, it hops. So you send a message, and it hops to your neighbor's phone. Their phone automatically relays it, hopping it to the person down the street. And just like that, with a few hops, your message can travel 300 meters or even more, passed along by every other user in between.
So what's really happening is your message is broadcast to everyone in your little local mesh. This makes it perfect for coordinating with all your family in an apartment building, or maybe getting a message out to a whole group of people at a local gathering. And that brings us to the single most important idea behind a mesh network. Its strength literally comes from its users. The more people, the better it works. So let's go over a few best practices to make your network as strong as it can be. First step, what should you actually send? Well, you can send photos and voice notes, but remember, Bluetooth isn't super fast. Text messages, on the other hand, are tiny. They're super fast and really reliable. So for the best experience, stick to text.
Here are a couple of pro tips for you.
You'll want to dive into your phone's settings and make sure Bitchat is always allowed to run in the background. Some phones have a setting like pause app activity if unused. You want to turn that off for Bitchat. This keeps your phone active as a little relay station, so you never miss a message. In this, right here, this is everything. If you remember one thing, make it this.
The more people who are using the app, the better the connection becomes for everyone. It's a team effort. Every single person that joins in makes the network bigger, stronger, and more reliable.
So, the mission is pretty simple. Get your hands on that app file and then share it. Share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, everyone you can. Every new person is another link in the chain, extending the reach of your community's own private network.
In a time when it's so easy to feel disconnected, a tool like this puts the power to communicate right back into your hands. It's simple, it's effective, and it's built by the community for the community. So the only question left is, are you ready to join the network?